Welcome to Jo&Co, your place for inspiration and insights to help you change your corner of the world. Today I'm really excited because it's our first Jo&Co where we're bringing in the co, baby. And I figure, why not start with the crème de la crème? If you are an entrepreneurial leader, especially if you are a female entrepreneurial leader, then no doubt you have heard of the extraordinary Ali Brown. Ali Brown is one of the most recognized business coaches for women in the world. Indeed, Business News Daily hailed her as the entrepreneurial guru for women. Starting from her little studio apartment in New York in 1999, she grew her company to be ranked in the Inc. 500 and went on to where she is now with a followership of 250,000 people around the world in her community. It's absolutely extraordinary. Ali was named one of Forbes Women to Watch and has been a delegate for the United Nations Foundation. You might have caught her radio show Glambition. It's an awesome show. You should check it out on iTunes. I love tuning in. And you may also have seen her on The Secret Millionaire in the USA. I feel blessed. Ali started as a mentor of mine. She's become a friend. And we were very, very grateful to welcome her to Paris for our Empress members recently. You may have heard of my organization, the Empress Global Collective for Entrepreneurial Women. It's a high-end adventure collective for women who are on the rise and making a big impact through business. Ali was our guest speaker at the inaugural Paris journey. If there's one thing Ali is gifted at, it's the ability to support women through up-leveling their position so they can really step into their leadership space profoundly. So come on over to Paris and let's meet the incredible Ali Brown. So here we are at the St. James in Paris. Bienvenue.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Ali.
Bonjour, Joanna.
How are you enjoying Paris?
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful.
It's so beautiful, right? So we're here with the Empresses and we're talking about up-leveling. We're talking about leadership. Now, for a lot of these ladies, it's in the business space, but beyond business, how we're perceived and our positioning in the world is important, whether we're in corporate, whether we're going up the corporate ladder or in business, right? So how do you know when it's time to up-level your positioning?
This is something that's so important for all of us to think about because often, we're all so neurotic and thinking about our own journey all the time. We're thinking about what's my purpose and what am I doing? And we forget that we are being judged, like it or not, by what is out there about us. And there's more. The good news is there's so much that you have control over. You need to decide what you want the perception to be and get your best foot forward everywhere out online. So I suggest all women, this is such a simple thing, but you need to sit down and do an audit. Like Google yourself, print out your website. I like things on paper. Print out your Facebook page, LinkedIn, just anything that you're doing to market. And look at and say, if I were to judge myself and my business, and I was a stranger looking at this right now, does this represent all that I am? Does this represent what I stand for? Does this represent my credibility? And if it doesn't, those are some things you can work on. That's the good news, though, is it's changeable.
Yeah, and is it just online, or is it how we present, in person? Is there more to it than just the online profile?
It's also in person too.
Yeah,
and you all know this. You've seen this happen. Sometimes there's some incongruencies between someone's online persona and then you meet them, or
right.
There's the wealth coach who drives a shit car, and we're not saying that you have to be. Spend a lot of money to look the part or anything like that, but just you need to be congruent with what you stand for. If you're a professional woman, look pulled together. You don't need to spend a lot of money, but make sure that you're putting your best foot forward when you're getting out there. Make sure your pricing is aligned with the type of client you want to attract. And your language, just everything. This is a big topic for a small snippet here, but there's a lot to think about, and it does really make a difference.
So kind of step one, let's have a look at yourself and how you're positioned. Does it feel like it reflects you? If not, let's do something.
Yes.
When do we know then that it's time to really pay some attention to this? When's it time to up-level?
Well, usually when you're getting a few things, you probably will have to do a real strategic repositioning when you're at the point that you feel like you have too much competition. I know that happened for me. Suddenly I was the lead dog, and then I looked and everyone was right behind me, and I'm thinking, oh wow, I'm probably not standing out enough and people aren't instantly perceiving that I'm the leader in this industry. Another reason is maybe you're getting frustrated and you're just a little bored where you are, and that means it could be it's time for a new direction.
Yeah.
It could be time for a new direction in your business, or time for you to just really get out there more and be bolder with your message, to stand for something, to say things that matter, to have more opinions, and be ready for people not to agree with them. That's
Right.
where we all stop, right? We're like, well, I want to have opinions, but if everyone likes it,
Yeah.
Facebook, then I'm
I
going
got
to
the
be
thumbs up.
opinionated. Yeah, totally. So a few things, and we've been talking about a lot of this today, but there's a lot more to it. But really, when you start feeling either competition, that market saturation, or that personal angst, and like feeling like, my marketing and everything out there is not representing how big I am and all the great things that I'm doing.
Yeah, I love it. So 2 frames of reference. 1, look at your market. If you didn't know you, do you look same? If so, it's time. 2, inside, how are you feeling? I love it. And if we get that, if we go, oh my God, I look the same or worse than some of my competition, as was the case in my case for some things, or I know that divine dissatisfaction, got to do something. Where do we start? What would you say are the first 3 things to take a look at? Is there a way to approach it?
I would look at the first thing is, what do you stand for? Like, what do you
Right.
represent? And is that represented in your marketing? Are you really sharing that? The second is, are you sharing all, a great example is, meetings like this, and when I coach my clients too, often these women have won awards, they're leaders in their industries, they've done amazing things, and it's not in their website, it's not in their bio. So take an audit of all the things that you've accomplished, and that includes personal things too, travel, languages, family, like make a list of all that stuff and what could possibly be applied to your business. And then third is, go after new opportunities. Literally, if you want to be at X, Y, or Z, you have to look at what would put me there instantly. What would get me in that place in people's minds? Like, what do I have to accomplish? Where should I be networking? How should I be charging? What kinds of clients should I be working with? And then set a plan to get there.
Brilliant. I love it. Ali, thank you so much just for taking a little snippet of time with us
Of
here in
course.
Paris.
I hope you enjoyed those few pearls of wisdom from Ali. I've got to say, having her perspective on things for myself personally has been incredible, and I'm most grateful for everything that she gave to our Empress members in Paris. If it's time to up-level your positioning, start to do a bit of an audit about what your website, your biography, your social media, what everything is saying about you. Do you feel like it's consistent with who you are, or do you know you need to start reviewing things and up-leveling? Share in the comments below where you're up to, what you need help with, and I look forward to supporting you into that leadership space, because you've got a big mission on this planet and the world needs to see you. Let's get you visible. If you like what you've been hearing and you want to meet me in person, why not join me at the Presentation Secrets Workshop? I'm running a series of events throughout May, June and July live in London, where you can discover the 4.5 secrets to increasing your impact and influence with effective presentations. To register, go to shiftpresentationsecrets.com. I can't wait to see you live in person really soon.